Happy New Year to all of you. Welcome, welcome. Happy New Year. Great, great to
Thank you,
have your
sir.
presence after a long, long time. I'm so feeling so
Yes,
happy. And what I'm thinking
I was
now,
totally excited when you gave us the time that we will be meeting up.
yeah, sure. I'm equally excited. Uh, Trust me when I see most of you. I know you, and that has a very different feeling altogether, because most of you I know, and I have interacted so long, but due to some reason we could not connect very often. But we will I'm just thinking of how we can take our time, at least couple of times in a month, to connect. Maybe sometime we'll go for some meditation. I'm thinking of creating a meditation session for a few days to come, so we can all again connect for some time. Yeah, I can see Kavita ji joining in. Welcome, Kavita ji. Wonderful, wonderful.
Can I say
Lovely to see
something?
you after long, long time.
Can I
Today,
say something?
trust me, I do not have anything to share with you. I just need to, share my heart out with you. Yeah, good evening, good
I'd
evening.
like to say something, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah,
please,
good
please go
evening.
ahead.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
please.
mean, from all the practices and everything that I learned from you, I'll be very honest. I'm practicing some, not practicing some, but the amount I have recommended you is not funny. So I just want you to know that every person has spoken to, or at least every other person has spoken to, I have spoken very highly of you. So thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for all that you did for us last year. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And let's make this year an even bigger year for all of us.
Absolutely.
Just give me a moment so that I can put all of you in mute mode, but you can unmute you when you're speaking. Lovely, lovely to hear that from Nirupama ji. Great. I can see Kavita ji after a long time.
Evening, sir.
So,
You did miracle
great,
in my
great.
life.
It's
I was
been
practicing
so,
positivity to so many people. I am blessed to good to have you in my life. Thank you, sir.
thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I trust and believe we will have more interaction, more frequent interaction this year. And certainly we'll have time out. I can see Vinita ji after again a long time. Vinita ji, good to see you in very, I think you are at a very cold place. Of course, I know you are in the north. So
Yeah.
yeah,
No, I am in Bhopal.
you are in Bhopal now. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
Bhopal is not as cold as it. You are
No,
outside somewhere, is it? Yeah,
no, I'm not outside. I'm just reaching my place. I was
yeah.
here in
Okay,
Bhopal.
okay. Great, great. I can see Madhukar ji joining in. Welcome, sir. After a long time, connecting with you. Sadun ji, welcome, Sadun ji. Pradeep Desmukh ji, I can see. Yeah, a lot many others have joined. Let me see. Great, great. Prasad Reddy ji, welcome, welcome. Great to see you as well. We can all come on camera so we can greet each other on this wonderful day. I think, although it was a little tight for me because of some health issues in the family, but I thought, why not take time out, and in spite of some challenges, let's stretch a little so that we can have a good time with each other. So great to see all of you. Welcome, welcome, Madhukar ji. I can see you out there. Your smiling face. So nice to see you, sir. And I can see Sadun ji, Abhishek ji. Welcome, Pranab Roy. Yes, Pranab da, welcome. Great to see you after quite some time. Uh, in fact, for all your knowledge, for last 1 month almost I was idle. Almost like hardly any session. So it's after almost a month I'm starting. You can say. And this is good to start on day one of the year. And this year, let's do a few things. I would definitely be in the same group. I'll be sharing a few of the links, and we can all connect a little frequently. One more thing I would suggest you to do: anyone in any month you want to again repeat the same course. We have now what we have done in our course is a 4 weeks course. In that 4 week course, again we go through the same course, but we do it as a challenge, that we take up a you can say the goal, and again we go through the same. So you can go through that recorded course, And please ping me so that I will add you to the live sessions. So that the live session also we can go do it together. And since you are already a member, so you don't need to do anything. Just let us know that you want to join. Only thing why we are not taking everyone, because we are just following each and every person out there with a systematic tracking system. So if you want, what we will do is we'll share the link maybe every month once. Anyone who would like to join, please fill up that form so that, yeah, Vinita, you would like to join. I just share the link in the group today, and you can join in. This is open to all. I mean, yeah. That link, the tracking sheet, you can just fill up so that we can send you the link every day for the, it's now happening Monday in the morning and Tuesday in the evening and once on Thursday. Yeah. Definitely. In fact, in between also we had put a few times, maybe you might have missed it. It was there in the group. So whenever you see that, you can just click on that and fill up your details and you can join in that. Every month we are doing it once. Yeah, great. And this year, I have a few suggestions, like for all our endeavor, all the things that we do in life, 3 aspects we need to look at. One, we need to see that we are doing some actions, and these are of quality actions, which is helping others and helping us. We are also looking at our mindset. When we are doing those actions, and other times, the mind is in a positive state of being. And third, we are talking about the energy part. So when we are doing something, it's not just the mind or the action, it is also the energy, which determine the quality of our life. Just let me put it with a simple example. Let's say sleep. We all know we want to sleep in the night. So we go to bed at, let's say, 10:30 or 11 p.m. in the night. So that's the action. I go to bed at 11 in the night is the action, with a thought intent that I'll sleep. In the action, if the bed is too cluttered, if the bed is not in good shape, naturally I'll not be able to sleep properly. So I have to put the bed in proper shape. I have to clean it up and maybe have a proper cushion so that I can sleep properly. That's the action part. Having a bed, having a pillow, going to the bed at 11 is the action. Cleaning the place and making switching off the light, all these are action part. But that doesn't ensure a sleep. So what I need to do, I want to sleep. If I just go to bed, but I start thinking about wrong things or looking at the mobile, or so my intention is to sleep. I want to sleep. That's the sleep mindset part. I want to sleep. But in spite of these two, many of us, we may not get sleep. The reason being, the body has an energy which is not appropriate for sleeping. So it throws up certain things so that mind gets disturbed. You start doing actions which are not appropriate. You start looking at the mobile. You start thinking about what wrong thing happened in that day, what will be the difficulty that will coming up next day. So those things are coming from the state of being, which we say that the deepest aspect, the conscious energy or the psychic energy, as they call it. My state of being is determined by the psychic energy. Again, that energy part we need to take charge of. Do you all agree with this? That energy also we need to take charge of. We need to have that energy in place so that we all yeah, that energy is so important. And in today's era, unfortunately, our energy is being dissipated. While saying that, let me put it in this way. Many times we have to do work or interact with people who drain our energy. If you understand this, just write drain. I go to a person who is so toxic. Naturally, his presence or her presence would make me feel draining my energy. I feel so low in myself. The moment I go to, let's say, go to office, boss is a draining guy, I would be draining a lot of energy. Yeah, drain. Yeah. Yes, social media also so much of draining. I'll come to this. This is a nice point by Kavita ji. So draining happens because of many reasons. One, because of people who are there around. because of the environment where we are in, because of the action that we're performing. Let me tell you, some of the actions, even which are important to do, may be energy draining. For example, let's say some of us, we have to clean up the house, organize the house. That time we say, what nonsense, why should I do this work? This work is actually not helping me a lot. Yeah. So few of the things which are important to do, but still they may be draining because I don't want that. That's not my natural action. I'm not expert in that. I'm not skilled in that. Or I dislike that job. Let's say small chores like cooking, like cleaning. If that's not my interest area, I may drain. Going to office and doing my job sometimes can be draining. It's not sometimes, it's a very, you'll find most of the people in today's era are draining them in office. They go to their job and they drain themselves. They come back completely as if somebody has sucked out all the blood from them. You'll find no energy, nothing. And some of them, they'll come back from office charged up. They do work and they feel so charged up. Do you resonate with this? Just like MS makes sense that many times, because of people, because of environment, because of the job, the task that we are doing, we are draining ourselves. So what we need to do? We need to do few things. Some of these things are not avoidable. We cannot avoid. So we cannot avoid certain things. Like, let's say somebody who is there like your boss, you cannot avoid. Sometimes even at home, some person we all know can be draining, can be so negative that in that same home, you know that his presence or her presence is draining you. It's a possibility in every one of us in our life. Maybe a neighbor, maybe even spouse, even children, even parents, they can be also creating that kind of, you can see that that rippling feeling. The moment you go there, you internally feel drained. Yeah. Now what we can do here is, we have to ensure, we know that we are draining because of the presence of that. Now this year, now let us pledge, let us take a sankalpa, as they call it. Let us now take that kind of a vow that we are not going to drain our energy. And how to stop draining energy? The best way to stop draining energy is becoming aware of it. Just right, aware. One of the best thing that you can do is awareness. The moment you are aware that energy is being drained, that itself, that conscious presence can stop draining energy. There are many more practices. So we will, how many of you, I think most of you have gone through this, but one thing I will let you go through is the energy flow, the energy of the body. Maybe if time permits, we'll quickly go through that. Which energy does what, and once you are aware of it, we can help ourselves a lot. So becoming aware of which person is draining my energy, which environment is draining my energy. Environment, let me tell you, which social media site. In fact, you'd find, as Kavita ji had put it, most of the social media sites are draining energy. I was talking to somebody in one-on-one recently, and the biggest problem in his life, or biggest, we call it the negative aspect of the life he had, is jealousy. He confessed that. He said, the one thing that is actually troubling me is jealousy. And what can be a better place to get the triggers for jealousy than social media? Go to social media and you find your friends are moving, and somebody is in the US, and somebody is holidaying, somebody is enjoying with family, somebody is having 5 flats and whatnot, a Mercedes. And he says, the moment I see them, I just burn. I just internally, I spoil myself. I get toned from inside. So I asked him not to go there, not to see, in fact, avoid social media as much as possible, especially if you want to go to other places where you can learn, go to take some courses, go for learning. Don't go to social media if jealousy is your core negative aspect of life. So we have to first identify which is that negative element in me, and how that negative element is draining my energy. And that draining of energy is so important to check. This year, let us work on checking our energy, or plugging those holes, or plugging those leakages, so that we don't drain energy. And believe me, energy, if you can really save for you in appropriate manner, you'll find life becomes much easier and life becomes beautiful. And the best way to do it is doing meditation. Best way to do it is doing meditation. When I say meditation, it is not something that you are doing, you go to a place and it has to be like this, you sit this way or sit that way, not like that. You just need to get to a state of being where you are connected to yourself. The simplest way of meditation is that the state of being when you are connected to yourself at the deepest level. Start loving yourself, start connecting to yourself, and start doing that kind of a connect by creating the internal state of being. And as I mentioned few times earlier, the three A's are attention, awareness, and absorption. These are the three mental faculties which you just need to bring in to get to meditative state. That means bring attention to something, bring attention to your breath, get the awareness of breathing. Awareness of breathing is feel the breath, feeling the breath and completely being immersed in that. And getting absorbed would mean enjoy that, as if that is the best thing that you're getting in life. It can be breath, it can be just watching something, let's say a flower or a spot, or closing your eyes and just focusing on your body. Let's start doing these aspects, which would be of help for all of us to one, channel blocking. What is channel blocking? When we are doing meditation, we are withdrawing from outside and focusing on ourselves, connecting with ourselves. So that connecting with ourselves is what let's take up this year. So for plugging our energy leakages, connecting to ourselves. Connecting to ourselves is connecting to the source. Connecting to the source, let's all write CS, connecting to source, CS. Connecting to the source means we will do a small practice today itself. It will be a reminder for many of you, but connecting to the source is the best way to check our leakage of energy or drainage of energy. By saying that, that means we are withdrawing from outside and connecting to ourselves. That means, is it that I'm completely not doing my work and all the time connecting to myself? It's not that. You can work while connecting to yourself. That's what also we'll see today. Now, yeah, I think thank you for the responses. Before we go to the how many of you in this course, while interacting with you, have gone through the chakra, these different seven systems that we discussed? Any one of you who has missed it? I can see most of you have gone through it. Yeah, I know. Hamir Singh ji, Happy New Year. Good to see you back. Yeah, lovely to have your presence. Others, anyone I missed? Amit ji, okay. Would you like to have a quick recap of that? Yeah, would you like to have a quick recap? Because we are talking about energy. Energy will be not complete if you are not discussing about the energy, psychic energy nodes. Yeah. Yeah, sure. I'll just bring it. So this year, let's devote to our energy. Give me one moment so that I can. Yeah, just let me bring it on. Is it visible? Is it, can you see? Yeah, all of you? Just mention all good, AG, the very, yeah. If you can see my video as well as at the same time, the audio is going across. Yeah, good, good, great. Thank you. So I was just mentioning this, our action, mindset, and the psychic energy is the one which we need to work upon together. Thank you, Hamid Singh ji. So quickly, just I'll give a quick brief of this. What you are seeing here, we are not going to technicalities, but the energy flows in channels through the body. So are the nervous system, are they the blood arteries or veins? No, they're psychic energy channels. So that's what they call the nadis. So broadly, we are seeing here the flow of energy through the body in different channels. There are many. They say in the ancient texts, they mention both in mostly in Indian texts and some Chinese texts, 72,000 such channels are there passing through the body. 3 measure of them, one flowing through the center of the body along the spinal cord, right from the top of the head, the crown position, till the bottom of our body. And that is known as the Sushumna Nadi, which is connecting us to the universal energy, which is flowing the energy through us so that we are alive, the prana, which is the Sushumna. And 2 of the other nadis, one depicting the masculine energy and the feminine energy, the Pingala and the Ida, are also crisscrossing. You can see there are crisscrossing nadi, and the intersection points are known as chakras. There are also many chakras, thousands of chakras, but here we are talking about only 7 chakras. Does it just at a surface level, do you understand this? Just write U. So there are many channels, intersection of the energy channels as per the ancient texts, especially in India and China. They call it the chakras. India, they call it the chakras. In fact, if you go back to the ancient possible texts which are talking about these, are the Upanishads. There is a set of texts in the earlier Vedic era, which they term as Upanishads, and they are only and only talking about the universal energy. No God or nothing of that sort. They're talking about the universal energy and consciousness. Yeah, great. Now, having said that much, these are the 7 different chakras or 7 different points where the energy is kind of becoming a portal. I would not say energy is concentrated out there. That point or that portal, that node is mediating that energy. We'll see what energy is that. There are 7 different points or portals or chakras or energy nodes, as they call it. Muladhara, Swadhisthana. Muladhara you can see at the bottom of the spine. Swadhisthana, lower abdominal area. Manipura, navel area. Anahata, chest, heart chakra, as they call it. Vishuddha at the throat. Ajna chakra at the third eye location, and Sahasrara at the crown location. You can see just above the crown. So these are the 7 energy points. Quickly, I'll just take you through. As I said, energy does something to us. We will see quickly what each of these energy portals are doing to ourselves. When we understand the portal or that node and how it is affecting our life, it will make more sense to us. Yeah. So can we go for that? Is it making sense that each of these nodes, each of these portals, they are mediating some kind of energy in our body and in our psychic level, and that is what deciding probably a large part of the quality of our life that we live. Yeah, is it clear? Just write CC. let me repeat what I said. Our body needs different kinds of energy. There are different nodes or portals which are there, which are mediating certain kind of energy to make our life happen. Yeah, how we experience life, how we are expressing through life is dependent on these psychic energy. What is psychic energy? A combination of energy and consciousness. If you go to the yoga, it talks about Purusha and Prakriti. Prakriti is the manifested aspect. Purusha is the unmanifested, the consciousness aspect. If you go to the other there are 6 different schools of Vedic, and there are 6 different schools of non-Vedic. All of them, they talk about these, but different schools have different notion about these chakras. We are just looking at from a scientific point of view. Now, when we are looking at the Muladhara chakra, Muladhara means the bottommost point. You can see there is at the bottommost point, there is a location and which is mediating certain kind of energy. What is the energy that is mediated by this? The survival energy, physical survival energy. Physical survival energy is what we need. The physical survival energy is what we need to sustain our life. That means our physical body, the physicality which we need to sustain our body. That means our environment. All the physical things, our amenities, my clothes, house, car, all those physical things that sustain me also helps me survive. So all of that is also depicted by this lower part or the Muladhara chakra. If this is not appropriately tuned, we feel very insecure in life. Survival threat is always out there, and a physical body is not in good shape. People who are having this difficulty, they feel very kind of all the time feeling the threat of existence. Everything appears to be a threatening thing. At the same time, they are very insecure in life, and physically they face a lot of physical challenge. They have lethargy. They are very not very comfortable to change, because here it is about holding on. If you remember holding on trap, how many of you remember holding on trap? Just write HOT, holding on trap. Yeah. If you remember holding on trap, it is holding on to something, to the past, holding on to something which I trust, my belief system, my habits. I hold on to them. I don't want to change. So not changing is also one of the aspects of this energy. We want to hold on. We don't want to leave things. If it is extremely on the other spectrum, you don't want to change. Yeah. So appropriate tuning is important. Yes, it's part of the human trap. Absolutely, Sadanji. So if you look at this energy node, and if you see the human trap framework, H is here. It is about that physicality, holding on, and this is where we need to channelize our energy, or see if we are facing these challenges, we need to tune that Muladhara energy, that portal. It's simple. Even if you are not going through this system, you can just, from common sense, from scientific point of view, you can look at this. Let me tell you how I came across this. Earlier, before 2013, I was thinking this is a fanciful, very hyped kind of a concept. It's nothing, no substance in that. Later on in the US, somebody actually told me, he's a US citizen. I was traveling in the air from Boston to Orlando, the Disney World that day, and the person sitting next to me actually was reading something from his Kindle Paperwhite, and he told me that a gentleman known rather a psychologist, who is the author of the book Flow, Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. He was reading the book Flow. He said, do you know Yoga Sutra? And then Patanjali, he talked about that. I was not knowing anything about that. Later on, when I did research on this, I could find out even Carl Jung, How many of you heard about Carl Jung? Carl Jung, some people say, Jung, Carl Jung, or Carl Jung, as actually they pronounce it in German. Just mention CJ. Yeah, if you know, just write CJ. Yeah, Nirupama ji, I can see Hamir ji. Yeah. Carl Jung is one of the, many of you are writing, yes. One of the most respected figures in the domain of psychology. Probably more respected than the controversial aspects of the what's it, the father of psychology, as they call him. In fact, yeah, Freud, Sigmund Freud. Yeah, I was just missing it, slipping my, Sigmund Freud. Even Freudian, Freud is a little controversial, but Carl Jung probably was the most respected, regarded figure. Pavlov and Freud and Carl Jung are the ones who are far more respected. Carl Jung have done extensive studies on the chakra system, and he said it is so much therapeutic. Psychotherapy, he actually did a lot of research, lot of maybe I think many of his talks were on chakras. Then I was fascinated. I said, if Carl Jung is giving this such importance, I should go through, and really it is fascinating, outstanding. So when it says Muladhara, it is the energy, the psychic energy of the body, which leads to that physicality. So if you're having bodily pain, you dislike your body, you have some kind of dislike of the body, naturally the body will not grow. If you're having laziness, if you're having insecurity, if you're having fear, if you're having cluttered environment all the time, you find everything around you is getting cluttered. You are not getting that energy to sort out or put that in order. If you're having addictive tendencies, if you're having lack of amenities, that means you are not having sufficient support from money, from your shelter, other physical things, then need to work on the Muladhara. So is it making sense? This energy, whether we are putting it there or not, this energy is important for our survival. Yeah. Yeah. Great. So when we are talking about the Muladhara, we are talking about that aspect of solidity. We are not getting deeper into this because we had already got, we have conducted a course of about 21 sessions, if I remember, or maybe more. And in that, in depth, we had gone through each of the chakras and seeing it from the perspective of the Yoga Kundalini Upanishad and seeing it from the perspective of the other pranic healing systems and other things, where we discussed about how each one of these chakras are depicting one element of life. Like the Muladhara is depicting the solid aspect of life, solidity, earth element. So the associated sound there is Lam. So Lam is the sound because Lam is the Bija mantra for the solid element. It has got an outline. We want to protect ourselves, being in that state of not willing to change. And at the same time, it also gives a physical aspect. Positive physical means solid physical aspect. Yeah. Is it getting recorded? Yeah, recording of that course, I think it has not been put in the course platform because that was a different platform. It was happening through another collaboration. But these things are already there in the course. If you go through the 4 weeks course, in the last week itself, we discuss about this. Not in that depth, but certainly you'll find in the course. These are there. Next is, I'll see if we can put it there in the recording as well. Next one is, quickly we'll go through this just to have the understanding. So if you are facing these kind of challenges, pain, body, disliking your body, insecurity all the time, having fear for many things, That means the lower chakra, the lowest chakra, the physical aspects are in some disharmony and needs to tune them appropriately. Next one is Swadhisthana chakra. So can you help with correction of the Muladhara chakra? There are many processes, and it takes time. Of course, we will see if we can have some kind of short, small course on tuning of the chakras as well. The Swadhisthana chakra, it talks about next aspect. Next aspect is connecting with others. And this is represented by the liquid element or water element, Apa. The liquid element is here. What is that liquid element? Flowability. This represents all the flows in the body, every flow, physiological things, the things which are flowing inside, all the chemicals flowing, all the hormones flowing, all the different kind of stuffs which are happening inside, the air flowing in, all these are represented by the flow aspect of the body, physiological flow. It's not breathing aspect though, but the physiological flows are depicted by this. And not just that, it also talks about connecting with others, connecting with the outer world. Where solid, when we look at a solid, it has a clear outline, right? Solid has a clear outline. But when we are looking at a liquid, it flows out. It goes beyond the container that it is in. If you have a small leakage, it will flow out. If it overflows, it goes out. Similarly, this energy is about that. What is it? It is about your physiological flow that is happening, and it is about the connect that we are making with the rest of the existence. When we are going to Muladhara, it is confined to that contour of ours and only the things which support that physical body, solid things. But here it is little softer. Let me explain what exactly is that. It is relationship. We connect with others. We connect with the people around us. Our love for them, respect for them, our interaction with them. These are relationship-oriented things. But here the relationship is transactional relationships. Transactional would mean that we are giving and we are also getting, expecting something to come in my way, and I'm giving. So giving for getting, it's a transactional part. Here, if somebody is telling you something in a very harsh word, you'll be very touchy because it's transaction happening. This chakra is about all the emotional difficulty that we go through, most of the emotional difficulties. It is about relationship issues, anxiety. It is about emotional imbalance. It's about different emotional turbulence inside, gut health issues, stress, inner chaos. Internally, you feel very disturbed because physiological disturbance is there. The palpitation is there. Internally, you feel very sometimes we feel internal heat, internally stiff. All those things happen because of this physiological flow disturbances. Hypertension, diabetes. So if you look at the whole scheme of things here, this represents water. The water element represents flow. Flow means here we are connecting with other things outside, not just human beings, even with pets, with other animals, with the trees and all those environment. The environment I like, environment I dislike, likes and dislike with respect to our emotions are here because of this energy. And if this energy is not appropriately tuned, naturally emotionally will be imbalanced. Coming back to the human trap area, the U and M. What is U? Anybody remembers what is U trap? If you can just write that. U stands for which trap? Absolutely. It's uncertainty trap. Uncertainty trap comes from this, always fearful, always anxious, uncertainty. And the second one is me and my relationship trap. So both relationship and uncertainty trap, you can see here. These, if your Swadhisthana is not appropriately balanced, your uncertainty and your me-my relationship, these two will be affected badly. You'll feel very uncertain. Everything is all right, but internally you'll feeling very restless, anxious, because that energy is unsettled, not tuned, not harmonized. Yeah. Does it make sense? Just write MS. Yeah. Great. And at the end, I'll give the simplest of thing, how we can work on, at least with basic knowledge, how we can try to tune these things. This is no kind of sophisticated technology I'll give here. I'll give the simplest thing which you can easily do without guidance. At the end, maybe I'll give you that, so that this year we'll do that. The next one is, it's called the Manipura chakra, the solar plexus area, or just you can take as the navel area, upper abdominal area. The Swadhisthana was the lower abdominal area. This is the upper abdominal area. And here, the element is fire. Fire gives us what? It gives us a sense of power, energy, motivation, drive, and control. All these things are represented here. The drive gives us a sense of focus. People who lack the sense of focus to reach the goal, do not have the motivation, always feeling lethargic, procrastination, having low self-esteem because they do not have that sense of control, low self-esteem. If that is there, then the Manipura chakra needs to be addressed. So what is this? Low self-esteem. Always confused about your goal and purpose in life, meaning in life. Always be in time pressure. Do not know what to do at what time. Confused about things because the internal power drive, the engine, is not getting the direction, not getting the proper energy alignment. Uncertainty here. Here the uncertainty is different from the earlier uncertainty. This uncertainty is about decision making. This uncertainty is about the decision making. Decision making about our goals. Many people are very indecisive. Should I do this or should I do this? Do you see the difference between these two uncertainties? That uncertainty is about the internal restlessness, anxiety uncertainty, about what will happen in the future. This uncertainty is about indecisiveness. I cannot decide this or that. Yeah, is it clear? I just wanted to clarify because that should not confuse you, because uncertainty is mentioned out there. Is it clear? Just write C. People who are indecisive, people who would be indecisive in terms of moving towards their goal, doing the right thing at the right time management, confidence, having that internal drive and motivation, not having procrastination, or having the Manipura chakra tuned, not feeling like a loser. Even we all lose in life, we all win in life. Some people, they lose and they give up forever. Some people, they lose and they learn. This is that where you always are confident, you are having that motivation, having a sense of confidence inside, resilience to bounce back. All these drives are important in our life. And yeah, this is, yeah, that is what Swetaji is mentioning, that I'm not able to keep myself motivated. Need to work on the Manipura. That energy is what needs to be tuned. Feeling small, feeling low in self-esteem, unnecessarily becoming angry on people who cannot harm you. You'll be very docile in front of people who are very powerful, and the people who are powerless, you will be very angry, or you'll be putting all your pressure on them. I see many of my colleagues earlier who would be very docile in the office, but you go to their home, they're tyrants. They are abusive to their children and their spouse. And the reason being, they are having their Manipura chakra in some kind of imbalance. Procrastination and sense of loser, feeling like a loser all the time. Yeah. Moving on to the next, but before moving on to the next, what are the things, what are the elements of human traps which are mapped onto this? I said H is at the Muladhara, U and M at the Swadhisthana, and the next three, if you see, autonomy, sense of being free, power, control is here. Even a sense of contributing, rather I would put it, sense of status, name, fame, status is here. And the third one, sense of unfairness, is also here. Jealousy is here. People who feel jealous, and jealousy, everyone feels. Jealousy is very human. But if it is overwhelming for you, every time you think about somebody, your friend is growing and you are suffering because of that, it's because, again, Manipura. So all these three chakras, all these three elements of human trap, last three: autonomy trap, name, fame, status, position, identity trap, and the unfairness trap, what we say, the equality and unfairness trap. All these three are here. You say, then what is left for the rest? Nothing left for the rest in terms of human trap. Why? Because these three are transactional chakras. Transactional means chakras which help us in the phenomenal world, in the objective world, in the world of Maya, putting it that way. Yeah? The other chakras are little different from the physicality, although they have impact on physicality. We'll see that on the physical realm of life. But these three are the ones which are in the transactional world, where we transact with life. Is it clear? Submoham. Sadhanji, yes. Yeah, everything is transactional, but that is important. If we are not having that sense of transaction, we would not go to that space of spirituality. You have to overcome this. To overcome this, we have to manage it appropriately. Yeah. So all these human traps are in the first three chakras. If you want to go to the Anahata chakra, just let's look at them quickly. We'll go through them. Anahata chakra is the heart chakra, which is unconditionality. Unconditionality means I am free to give and free to receive. There is absolutely no obligation out there. No obligation. Some people, they cannot give. Yeah, they always feel very unsettled. Oh, people are not loving me. I don't have this. I don't. So there is a conditionality. Conditional relationship is in the Swadhisthana. Here it is unconditional relationship. You might have seen many people who are so much so that they just unconditionally start giving. There are so many. You can see all the best of people, or the best of historical or mythological names that we know. Maybe Buddha, maybe Jesus Christ, all the best, maybe Krishna, Rama, Rumi, people of elevated. Even in the modern era, you can see people like Gandhi, people like Vivekananda, or Mother Teresa, or Dr. Abdul Kalam. They are of this nature, just free-flowing, open heart. Giving and receiving is not a problem for them. Unconditional. Sometimes I have seen people hesitate to receive. When something is coming in their way, they feel so much, kind of obliged, or obligation is so much that they feel unsettled. Receiving love is a problem for them. Giving love unconditionally is a problem for them. So this is the center which gives us these fantastic qualities, fantastic experience of life, a sense of complete freedom, because you are not dependent. You are just giving and receiving, not thinking, okay, he is giving me this, what should I return? Nothing of that sort. You feel so free. And to depict that sense of freedom, the element which is here is Vayu, is air. Element here is air. Earlier, we saw what? Earth, water, and fire in the first three chakra. Here, the element is air, where it is very difficult to distinguish between this air and this air. Where is oxygen? Where is nitrogen? Where is carbon dioxide? We cannot differentiate. So free flowing. So here it is that free flowing. I'm not differentiating, oh, he's from this caste, or he's from this religion, he's from this country. No differentiation. Here, this is unconditional. A flow just happening. Receiving, giving happening at this anahata. Yeah. Just a moment. I just probably by mistake. Yeah. So what are the things, if you feel that anahata is open, these are the things that you'll experience. Always have a sense of freedom, whether you're losing, getting, people are praising you or criticizing you, you are very okay with it. Unconditional love, peace, kindness, and harmony inside. You are always feeling that sense of elevated happiness inside. Things may go chaotic outside. Pray and worship. People have the entire bhakti tradition. In fact, when I say bhakti tradition, all the religions are bhakti tradition. Most of the religions are bhakti traditions. They just pray and surrender to the ultimate. So this also comes here. Unconditionally you surrender. Not that, oh, you do this, I will offer you this much, das nariyal phod dunga, yeah, I'll give this much of money. No conditionality, just love flowing to connect with the ultimate. Yeah. Self-love also happens here. Having a sense of complete blissful internal state and easy to let go of things. You are not being bound by things. People who are having difficulty in holding on to things too much can work on here. People who are having challenges of relationship can work on here, because once you come here, you are free from many things, but handling the transactional world is equally important. Otherwise, when the transactional world comes, you again feel disturbed. So both have to go hand in hand. Of course, there are processes by which you can do that. Yeah, that's what Kavita ji is mentioning. I experienced often. You are experiencing because you are having a very elevated, open, balanced anahata. Yeah, it's not superhuman. In many of the times, you will find we are into that state of unconditionality. It's a state of being when we feel so blissful and joyful. That's where the anahata is having a sense of, or we are having a sense of that anahata energy. We can make it more permanent in ourselves. All these, yes, these are all superhuman, as rightly Vinita ji has put it. But practice this. These are superpowers. As I mentioned, these are superpowers. Once we get to those taste, you'll find how powerful or how wonderful our life can be. Vishuddha chakra is the one which is at the throat. What is the element here? It is akasha, space. So what akasha depicts, it's openness, boundless, time and space has no limit here. So it's beyond three things: time, space, and causality. So this is the depiction, akasha. Yeah. When we say akasha, what does, let's look at what happens when this opens up. This is timeless. This is also a kind of superpower within you. Each one of us, we are having some superpower within. In fact, all of us, we are superhuman, as it has been put there. We are not availing or not harnessing those powers. And opening of Vishuddha chakra is actually that. Now, looking at few things which many people experience. Fear of death and disease. If it is happening, that means Vishuddha chakra is having a problem. Your authenticity, speaking out the truth, is also here. You can be very authentic in expressing yourself because you know that you are powerful. Your ability to say no to certain things which you do not want. Many people, they, in spite of not willing to do something, they say yes because they feel other will feel bad, or somehow they're tuned to become that kind of obedient person, and then they get overwhelmed, and that means there is a deficiency in the Vishuddha chakra. So when Vishuddha chakra is open, there are a few things happen. There is a little caution here. The caution is, when people work on the Vishuddha chakra, or Vishuddha chakra is very exalted, as we call it, opened to a higher level, you would get some kind of supernatural powers. literally supernatural powers. You will have intuitive powers. Today itself in the meeting, we are discussing about something, and Poojaji was sharing something that intuitively she has something, or something happens as she wanted them to happen. Some people with opened Vishuddha Chakra, they have a magnetic presence and a hypnotic influence. When you say somebody something, that person would take it literally. It would be a prophetic statement for him. He would take it as if it is sermon from the higher self or the highest. So if you are feeling that Vishuddha Chakra is opening, or if you're working on the Vishuddha Chakra, please, please, please be responsible, because you can abuse a lot of people. Many of the Babas, Gurus, many of the people who are abusing others, and many gullible people are suffering because of these people. They are elevated. Some of the Babas, Gurus, actually they have power because their Vishuddha Chakra is there, but they are abusing and they're falling in that space of spirituality. Because once this is there, you have intuitive powers. You have a sense of higher intuitive powers. All of us, we have intuitive powers. Some signal when we can quickly decipher what is going to happen, what is the best decision to make, and how to make the other person take my word and believe in that, trust me. So this power comes here if you're working on the Vishuddha Chakra. What are the powers? Power of healing would come. Power of influencing others would come. Power of having a sixth sense, some kind of intuitive understanding about what is going to happen. Power of unusual memory. You will have some kind of memory which are useful, and they would come at the right appropriate point in time. I'm not talking about just objective memory, not about a memory that I remember some, let's say some answer to some question or somebody's name, not that kind of memory. This memory would be of a very higher, detailed, deeper sense of memory, which can take you to a next level. So this would come if Vishuddha Chakra is open. That's the reason why we normally ask people to work on the Vishuddha Chakra after completely working on the Anahata. Why? Because you become compassionate, you become kind, forgiving, and not misuse the power of the Vishuddha Chakra opening. There is a chance that you start misusing that power, and it's not good. That will again make you fall down. It will drag you down for sure. You see so many Babas, Gurus, and they do something, and later on, what is the life they are having? They are being caught and they are being heckled, and people start making fun of them because they misuse the power that has come to them. Many people, by sheer chance, or because of some kind of earlier causality, as they call the effect of karma, they have heightened power of the Vishuddha Chakra. Again, it is very important that they become compassionate, they become very responsible while operating. So that's the Vishuddha Chakra. Are you understanding then? What other power? The power of connecting with other things, other beings, other, even trees. You can get a lot of signal, interaction with trees, interaction with animals. You understand intuitively their mindset. You get a lot of clue from your environment. And as they call it, even interaction from different spiritual beings, masters as they call it, angels. So all these things are a possibility when you come to the throat chakra. There are a few symbolic depiction of this. If you look at the image of Shiva, Lord Shiva, you'll find the throat is blue, depicting even the poison is not going to hurt you. You become immortal, a sense of immortality, because you know you are not this physical body. Here that sense comes. You are beyond the physical body and mind. That sense will give you a sense of immortality. You get a sense of you being the soul, which is not limited by time, not limited by space and causality. So when you have that kind of sense, you become immortal. No poison can kill you. Second, you can see the all those animals like a snake, and all those animals are there around. Again, giving a sense you have an interaction with the beyond the human communication realm. Yeah, does it make sense? I just thought I'll just give some quick kind of symbolic representation which has been made in the earlier. Yeah. If you understand this, having some kind of idea what I'm trying to convey, just mention MS, makes sense, or yes, yes, yes. Great. The next is what I call the Ajna Chakra. Ajna Chakra is the one which is at the center of your eyebrows, or we call the third eye point. And this is the element here. We are actually not specifying any elements, but in a way we are saying it is consciousness, the consciousness that understands the physical world and the existence, and also get a sense that there is a beyond aspect. And this is an experience. It's not just saying, it's an experience of there is a physical world and there is something beyond that physical world. I know the differentiation. So here we have that intellectual ability to segregate, the viveka. In the Sanskrit verse they say vibich pruthak karane iti. That means the ability to segregate, to discern the real from the unreal. This insight comes, the insight of things which are real and which are unreal. As Sadhunji has put it, that everything is Maya. You are understanding that everything is Maya in reality, in experience, and the real thing is far beyond. That comes here at an intuitive level. So what it gives you, it gives that intellectual ability, it gives that the sense of who actually I am. That inquisitive thing comes. The idea to go inside and find out who you are comes here. Clarity of things, decision-making, focus, complete internal stillness of mind, mindfulness, insight, all this comes in when we are activating that chakra. And what would happen here, if you might have seen, people who have this chakra activated, they are in some way are very kind of revered and regarded and respected wherever they go. And sometimes you'll find people would come, get attracted, both in Visuddha Chakra and Ajna Chakra, if it is open, you would find some people will be attracted naturally to you. They would come just and greet you. And when you are speaking to them, they would have kind of hypnotic influence on them. They would respect, regard, and love. And you will find people who are attracted are people who are of higher energy. And people who are of lower energy will be repelled. You'll find some of the people will be very much against you. It happened with all the prophets, all the great souls of the past. They were also being attacked because high negative energy people would be very disturbed by your presence. They'd be aggressive and they cannot stand your presence because you have elevated to a level that vibration is very difficult to sustain for people who are very negative, who are abusive, who can hurt others. They cannot stand your presence. So this is what we call the third eye chakra. And simple practice of the sound here is Om with a particular frequency. And here it depicts the physicality is different from the reality. That's what is the distinction that you can make. And at the same time, you get a very different sense of presence where people would find your vibration to such an extent, either they get connected, the best of people would come closer, and the people who are not having that frequency, they would just repel, they go away. They may also try to hurt you to a certain extent. But that hurt will not hurt your soul, not hurt you at the deepest level. Yeah. And the next one, we call it the Sahasrara. Sahasrara chakra is the one, what it depicts, it's beyond words. I can say it is beyond words because you get a sense of collective consciousness. What does it mean? you get a sense that you and the ultimate truth is not different. You are the ultimate truth. Somewhere you are in that, or you are part of it, or you are that. There is a verse, or there is a term called Tat Tvam Asi. You are that. Even that cannot be depicted. And Tat means you are that, you are the ultimate truth. But here, when you get to that sense, it's a sense of as if you are complete universe, and universe is completely within and completely connected with you. A sense of infinite, a sense of complete surrender, sense of absolute trust, sense of collective consciousness. People who are here, in a way, you know that you don't know. It's acknowledgement of the ignorance that you are that comes here, because mind cannot go beyond that point. But you know, at some intuitive level, you are that. And then you say, mind cannot fathom, so I surrender. I trust the ultimate. So here again, this is yeah, possible. Prasad ji is writing why some people are after you. It may happen with many of us, Yeah. So having shared that long session, I thought it would be a small one, but let's quickly look at, not going to that complex system. Small things that we need to do here is activate our energy with respect to 1, survival energy, 2, relation energy, 3, motivation energy, 4, unconditionality, 5, the power within, the deepest inner power and authenticity, 6, where we are focusing, we are completely segregating the real from the unreal, understanding, and 7, surrendering. So these are the 7 quick energy points. Now the practice, how do we practice? Let's get to a quick practice. How do you do that? The simplest way to practice is this. Go to that point. How do you go to that point? Use your mind, 3 faculties of the mind. Every morning, let's from tomorrow start this. Maybe I will conduct whenever time permits, because now they have so many sessions, so many things happening off and on. Even mornings are tight, but whenever I get time, I'll give you the links. We'll do some practices together. Take your mind to the location. How do you take your mind to a location? Let's do that. Right now, I can take my mind to my palm and completely pay attention to my palm. I'm closing my eyes, but my mind is with my palm. My attention is there. All my sensory inputs are only coming from the palm. Even if I'm not seeing the palm, in my inner eye, I can see my palm. How would my palm look? I can sense the feel of the presence of my palm. Now I can feel how the palm feels. Attention is there. I'm just feeling, that is my awareness of the palm. And now I'm enjoying being with the palm. When I say enjoy being with the palm, I'm expressing my gratitude. I'm expressing my presence, my love for my palm. This I did for my palm. Let's do it for each of the chakra quickly. Just this much. We are not going to do any chanting. We are not going to do anything else. We will take our attention, and I'll just guide you through that. And let's do it together. Again, reminding attention, awareness, and absorption. Absorption would mean a sense of gratitude, sense of love, sense of surrender and trust. Yeah. Sense of gratitude, love, surrender, and trust. Why I say surrender and trust? These energies are there in the universe. As I mentioned, these are portals. These are not isolated points. These are portals, channelizing that energy into our system. If I am going there and just feeling it, expressing my love, gratitude, surrender, and trust, that energy will find the space to sip in, get in. So we are going there and just doing this much. So let's all try. Let's all sit straight, eyes closed. You can choose to remove your glasses if you want. Hands upward on your palm, eyes closed. Let's take a deep breath in just to relax our body a bit. We will tighten up our body and release the breath and relax our body once. Let's take a deep breath on the count of 3, 2, 1, 0. Let's take a deep breath. Tighten your body now as you're holding the breath. The head is tight, neck, face, throat, shoulder, upper and lower back, hands are tight. Do it moderately if you're having any discomfort with regard to your spine or having blood pressure or heart-related issues, but tighten moderately, and others can tighten it harder. Make fists in both your hands, chest tighten, abdomen tightens, groin area tighten, both your hip joints tightened up, both your legs tighten, and you're holding that breath for some time. And now we release the breath. Feel that lightness all over your body. Every part of your body is light, still and calm, as if you are levitating, you are floating with that lightness. Every cell of your body is enjoying that lightness and relaxed state. Every part of your body, every organ, feel that relaxed state. With that relaxed state of being, let's bring our attention to our breathing process. Feel the breath, the positivity, the freshness, the vitality of the breath as it enters through your nostril and as it comes out, removing all the toxins, all the negativities, all the negative thoughts and emotions from the mind. Feel that. Every breath purifying and cleansing the body and the mind. This breathing process is there with us right from the time we have come to this existence, and would be there with us till we exist. Not just this, there are millions and millions of processes happening all through the body in trillions of our cells, every moment, all through our life. This is a miracle. Trillions of cells are working in tandem. So many processes are happening without a pause. This is only a possibility when there is an extraordinary energy, an expansive consciousness, all the time being there with us, every moment, to keep us alive, with a lot of care, compassion, a lot of love. Feel that energy, feel that consciousness all through and all around you. It's all pervasive, everywhere and every when, all through it is there. Feel that source. When we feel that source, we feel ourselves in a sanctuary of love and compassion, completely free and connected. Now, this vast, expansive, conscious energy is flowing through us. Let's go to the portals, one after the others, and feel that flow. As we go to the first portal, the Muladhara, at the bottom of the spine, at the center point of the body, the point where both our legs meet, the perineum point, the location in between our anus and genital. Take all your attention there. Feel that point with your attention. Feel that now. All awareness, all sensory feelings at that location. Now, shower your love. Express your gratitude. Enjoy that point, that portal, with a sense of gratitude, with a sense of complete trust on the energy and consciousness and on the universe. We are feeling that portal, urging the universe to balance, to tune, to give the best balanced energy through the Muladhara, so that our survival energy is intact, appropriate. Feel that with a sense of surrender, gratitude, and love. Slowly move upward along the central channel, lower abdomen, about 3 inches below your navel point. This may vary depending on your height, but lower abdominal area, focus there. Locate along the central channel. Take all your attention to the lower abdominal area, Swadhisthana. Feel that. Feel the universal energy consciousness as it is coming in with a sense of gratitude and love, as if I'm just witnessing that wonderful flow of that energy, which is making my relationships beautiful, wonderful, which is removing all my anxiety and fear. Entire physiological system inside my body is being balanced. All the hormones, chemicals, all are being channelized appropriately. I again, with a sense of love, gratitude, surrender, and trust, Move upward to the navel point, the solar plexus, Manipura. Feel that point with all your attention. Feel it with your awareness and get absorbed with love, gratitude, trust, and surrender. Feel that energy consciousness flowing in appropriately, elevating your self-image, self-esteem, self-confidence, giving you the motivation to move towards your mission and purpose. Giving you that sense of power to achieve and thrive. Feel that as that energy is flowing in. And express your gratitude to the universe for this wonderful moment when this energy is flowing into you and making your life wonderful. Every success, every achievement, all the confidence that you need is coming to you through this portal. Now, expressing your gratitude and love, gently move your attention to the Anahata, the heart, center of your body, at the chest level. It's complete freedom, complete surrender. You sense compassion, kindness, unconditional love. You receive love with so much of grace. Give love without expecting anything. Connect to others at the soul level, not getting unnecessarily hurt by their actions and words, because here you are connecting unconditionally to their soul. Feel that energy flowing in. Feel that radiance, that effulgence, that light, that glow, that vast brightness, which is filling your heart and pervading all your body, making every cell of your body, every part of your body free, joyful, and blissful. Now, with a sense of complete surrender and love and gratitude, slowly take your attention, awareness, and absorption to the throat. Here, see yourself beyond the body and the mind, as the universe is giving you that power through this conscious energy to go beyond the visible, the audible, sense of touch, beyond the tactile sensations. You're seeing yourself as vast, seeing your past and future. All this energy, all this power is there. You are magnetic and powerful, authentic. And every word of yours influences others. You're so kind and compassionate. The power to influence others is only to help them, is only to elevate them. Feel that energy coming through the Visuddha chakra, flowing in, giving you the power of intuition, the power of seeing the unseen, feeling the unfelt, connecting to the soul. With a sense of complete love and gratitude and surrender, let's move our attention, awareness, and complete absorption to the Ajna chakra, third eye chakra. Feel completely stationed at your third eye. As you're rolling your eyes internally upwards, feeling that point, sensing that point. The energy, the consciousness to segregate the real from the unreal is being manifested. Your focus, stillness of the mind, calmness. The power to choose the right thing in life, decide the right path is here to destroy, to burn all the negativities, all the unreal things are with you now. The power of creation is with you now. Destroy the unwanted, create the best of things in your life. The power is there. Let's express our deepest gratitude and love to the universe for enabling us with that wonderful psychic energy power. And with that sense of gratitude, now taking our attention to the crown position at the top of the head. This is the point of complete surrender, complete immersion with the infinite. Absolute state to get melted into the existence, the reality, the pure conscious energy, having a sense, I am that. I am that vast, expansive, infinite universe. And I'm surrendering to that without any doubt, with all trust. That energy is always there, all pervasive, in and through me, always connected to me. I am never, ever alone because I am that. With that deep sense of gratitude, the deepest love, compassion, kindness, forgiveness. And with a sense of complete surrender, I bow down to that infinite conscious energy and slowly coming back to my breath, as if each of the breaths is reminding me of the presence of this energy all the time with me. Coming back to my body, as if the body is a reminder that this energy consciousness is always there with me. And now slowly, gently, feeling my body, feeling every part, every sense, listening to the sounds, feeling the touch of the air on the body, internal sensations, and those wonderful sensation on my palms. Let's slowly bring the palms together and gently rub them. Feel that warmth, feel that energy, feel that consciousness. And slowly bring on that warmth onto your eyes and forehead. Gently flow and glide your hands downward, putting them back on your lap. And with a sense of love and gratitude, let's open our eyes. So it's almost like 9:30. Never realized that. So one of the long sessions on the New Year day. I'm so thankful to all of you for this presence all through this. I never realized I thought it'll be just a maybe 30-minute session, but we have gone through almost 90 minutes and such a wonderful time that we had together. Thank you, Kaushik ji. Thank you, Sadhun ji. Thank you so much. And
Thank you, sir.
thank you so much, Kavita ji. Thank you very much, Sitakan ji, Sujitra ji. Wow session. Thank you very much. I hope the session was of value to all of you. The best thing that we can do is to practice, and it is, I would say, the simplest of things. And when you actually get to the simplest of things, you get the most of powers. And so do it as simply as possible. Just use your love, your gratitude, your compassion. Take your mind through attention, awareness, and your absorption to that point, and start working, and you'll see changes happening. Anywhere you find your energy is not appropriately balanced, go to that chakra and start working on that. Yes, I will be sharing this recording session on the course. Again, a great session. Thank you, Suresh Patnaik ji. Thank you so much. And feeling so blessed to have all your presence all through. And yeah, simply doing is to make our life simple and beautiful. Thank you very much. Thank you, Kavita ji. Thank you, everyone out there. Suresh ji, Amir Singh ji. Amazing. Pranam, Sandip ji, Pranam. And it's really a wonderful New Year gift for me as well, as I connected with all of you again. And as I said, we will again connect from time to time. I'll be sharing links whenever we get some bandwidth, some time. And maybe some of the new sessions again will be coming up somewhere down the line. There is one session, one program which will be coming up, which is we'll be doing it pretty early in the morning. They call it the Brahma Muhurta. Early in the morning, I call it the divine moment, when we will be doing starting that program. Maybe some of you, if you are interested, it'll be again a joint venture with another group. If that comes up, I'll definitely let you know. It will be about yeah, the question is from Sadhun ji, is 4 a.m. Actually, Brahma Muhurta is a concept. If you know, just quickly, let me tell you, people talk about Brahma Muhurta, this, that, but the actual term has come from the Muhurta concept, which has been depicted in the ancient texts, Vedic texts. And Muhurta is a duration of 48 minutes. There are 30 48 minutes slots or durations. So 30 into 48, how much? 30 into 48 is 24 hours. So those days also they had that Muhurta system. So every Muhurta is actually a duration of 48 minutes. There are 30 Muhurtas. The 29th Muhurta is known as the Brahma Muhurta. So what is the 29th Muhurta? 2 Muhurtas before the sunrise. It starts from sunrise and ends at sunrise. The 30th Muhurta ends at sunrise. So if you deduct 48 minutes from the sunrise time of your location, that is the time when the Brahma Muhurta ends. When it starts, 48 minutes time before. That means 96 before sunrise, 96 minutes before sunrise it starts, 48 minutes before sunrise it stops. Like people who are at this location, it is 6:20 around, is 6:15 is around the sunrise time. So roughly, if you deduct 45 minutes, how much is that? 5:30. So 5:27, the Brahma Muhurta will conclude. And if you deduct another 45 minutes from there, so around 5:45 it starts, 5:42 or something. So 5:42 to or 5:40 to roughly about 5:25, 4:45 to 5:25. So that calculation you have to do. 96 minutes before sunrise till 48 minutes before sunrise. Is that clear? Just as the question came, I thought I'll just share this with you. The last Muhurta is known as Samudra Muhurta, which starts 48 minutes before the sunrise. Yeah. See if you can put, all of us, you can understand this. In fact, one of the person who was conducting Brahma Muhurta session, just when discussing, he was just saying 5 a.m. So I was asking, but are you doing it Brahma Muhurta? He was saying, no, 5 a.m. is Brahma Muhurta. Later on, when I described this, he said, oh, I didn't know this. Because many of the people who are conducting also not very clear about this. But this is the Muhurta concept. So 48 minutes, what happens? Nothing happens to the universe. It happens to ourselves. Our tuning to the universe, our energy portals are more in tune with the universe because of the circadian rhythm, because of the biological clock of the body. So that's the reason why they take Brahma Muhurta as the moment where we are connect to the universe is the best. Universe is always benevolent, it's always graceful and great. But we ourselves get tuned to that, that energy best at that moment in time. So yeah, sure. If that starts, probably this will start from this month sometime. And definitely I'll be sharing the link, any one of you. It will be a subscription based model. That's what we are starting with. It will be around maybe somewhere around 1,000 rupees per month kind of a thing, which will continue. So it will be a subscription based model, which will start from this month. So I'm still not aware because they are doing all the other part, and I just need to conduct the sessions. So not very clear about the commercials and other technicalities. I'll definitely let you know when it gets finalized. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for all your presence. My gratitude, my prayers for all your happiness and well-being all through this year. And take care, stay blessed, and have a great year 2023 to you and your family. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. God bless us all.
Thank
Om
you.
Shanti.
Thank you.